Earlier, when we talked about redefining blocks, we saw that if we changed a block's definition, all associated blocks in the drawing were updated. We can take that concept even further. Imagine making changes to a drawing and having those changes show up in several other drawings. To do this, we will use a concept called external referencing. On my screen, I have some geometry that represents an office floor plan. Now, there's not a whole lot in this file. If I open the layer control, you can see that we pretty much just have walls and doors. Let's say that this drawing was created by an architect and the architect has an interior designer on staff, and the architect asks this person to design the furniture layout for this office. I'd like to close this drawing and take a look at the file that the interior designer is working on. I'm not going to save changes. I'll move up and click Open, and we'll open this file called 01 Furniture. If I zoom in, we can see some of the furniture blocks that have been inserted. Take a look at the floor plan geometry. This matches what we saw in the other drawing. Now, this line work was not copied into this file. It was linked using an external reference. In fact, if I hover over the line work, we can see that it's referenced. By referencing this geometry, anytime the architect makes changes to the floor plan file, those changes will also be reflected in this drawing. Let's demonstrate that. I'd like to reopen the original floor plan drawing. To do that, I'm going to open the application menu, and in the recent documents list, I will select the arch plan file and will make some changes to the walls. Let's say I'd like to remove this kink from the hallway. To do that, I'll launch the erase command and I'll remove some of these lines I don't need. I will then launch extend, and I'll use the end of this wall as my boundary edge, and I'll project these lines to it. I will then press the spacebar to relaunch extend. I'll select my new wall and I'll project these lines to it. Finally, I'll launch the trim command. I'll select this intersecting line work and I'll trim out this piece I don't need. Now that I have made some changes, I'm going to move up and save the drawing. I don't want to close it just yet. What I want to do now is flip back over to the other file. It's still open in the interface. One quick way to switch to the other drawing is by using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Tab. And notice once we get here, AutoCAD brings up a pop-up message letting us know that the floor plan geometry has changed. If I look right here, I can see the name of the changed file and the login name of the person who is currently working in the drawing. If I click this hyperlink, I can reload the floor plan geometry into this file. As you can see, using external references, we never have to worry about outdated geometry because we are always viewing the most current state of every linked file. Now I'd like to put things back the way they were. To do that, we'll jump back to the floor plan drawing. I'm going to press Ctrl-Tab, and to restore this hallway, we will need to run the undo command several times. I'm going to do that by opening the menu next to undo, and I'll come down to the point just before I erase the first line. Now that the drawing is restored, I'm going to save it, and then I'll close it. And once again, AutoCAD is giving us a message letting us know that our linked geometry has changed again. To reload the line work, I'll click the hyperlink. Using external referencing, everyone on a project team can share their drawings and be assured they're working with the most current design information available. In the next several lessons, we'll explore how to incorporate external references into our workflow.